and on towards that Chicago area. They are becoming very slick and lightly snow covered. Let's take a look. We only have one problem this morning. Of course, that rain causing issues all across town. We have one problem. It's in the downtown area at Tremont and Michigan. We'll keep our eye on traffic for you, and we'll continue to check the road situation and give you an update in 8 minutes or less. Dave?
Julia, how was the ride in from the east side?
Wet. Pockets of heavy rain and then just drizzle.
Gotcha. And there's some snow, as you can see, outside in spots, so it's just going to be that way depending on where you live. It's really, they tell me that's sleet, not snow so much. So that's something to keep an eye out for. Randy, of course, keeping an eye out for you as well. We'll check in with him in a moment. An afternoon fire caused heavy damage to a southeast side business on Tuesday. Just after 4 o'clock, workers inside Breedlove Automotive were working on a gas tank when the fumes somehow ignited. The fire spread quickly and the roof partially collapsed. All 6 people inside escaped without injury.
A deadly accident in San Diego, California. Police say a 76-year-old woman was inside a pickup truck waiting for her daughter when the pickup started to roll down a hill. It went about 200 feet before flipping and landing in a swimming pool. The woman never made it out of the truck. No word on what caused the truck to start rolling.
Every year, the IRS pays out millions of dollars in rewards to informants who turn in tax cheats.
Well, what is your share of the pie? Don't hold your breath. Money reporter Stacey Johnson explains.
Bringing the bad guys to justice is a civic duty, and sometimes duty can net you booty in the form of a reward.
Like the idea of cashing in on rewards, but maybe not the idea of all-night stakeouts and carrying a gun? Well, maybe you should forget violent felons then and turn in tax cheats instead. It pays a lot more anyway, at least theoretically.
Because the IRS is willing to pay up to 15% of the dough they collect from people who cheat on their taxes. Sounds rewarding, especially if you've got the goods on a big fish. And the IRS does write checks. Nearly $8 million of rewards were paid in 2002 and $4 million in 2003. But before you start bugging the boss's office, consider this. This isn't easy money. Rewards are totally at the discretion of the IRS, and there's no appeals process. No matter who you nail, the law limits your reward to a max of $2 million, and you'll never get a progress report of any kind. You're either just going to get a check or you're not, and it may take years. Still interested? Well, before you do anything, make sure you file a Form 211 up front. Otherwise, you'll never get paid. And that reward, by the way, should you get one, is taxable. Don't forget to report it. For Money Talks, I'm Stacey Johnson.
Money Talks is sponsored by the Financial Center in support of Momentive Consumer Credit Counseling Services. Momentive, helping build positive momentum toward a brighter financial future.
Just ahead on this Wednesday, February 9th, human remains are found buried in the basement of an East Side Indianapolis house. Gene Rodriguez tells us what's next in the investigation.
At 6:35, the parents of a high school football player lose their son to heat stroke. Now they claim the school is responsible. And at 6:50, why the governor's mansion on North Meridian Street might sit empty during Mitch Daniels' term in office.
The problem? We pay tax on every car and minivan left on our lots March 1st. The solution? Your Chrysler dealer's February tax slash, where you can get 0+, 0% financing plus up to $2,500 in combined cash allowances on select models, like the 5-star crash test rated Pacifica. And that's in addition to our 7-year or 70,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. The February tax slash, only at your Chrysler dealer.
Hello, 21st? You are not going to believe this.
Oh, I'd believe it. That's why we give you more auto coverage than any leading company.
And at 21st, new customers save an average of $300. 21st Century Insurance. Good people to call. Call 1-800-211-SAVE.
A beautiful engagement ring will be cherished forever. A well-cut diamond will shine with everlasting brilliance. And a quality ring will last for generations. McGee Jewelers' low prices, superb selection, and high quality make it possible for you to experience the timeless beauty of diamonds.
At McGee & Company Fine Jewelers, built on service, dedicated to quality, on US 31 in Greenwood, across from Chi-Chi's.
Next on News 8.
Police have cordoned off this home on the city's east side, and they are still at the scene. I'll tell you what they're looking for in a live report.
3.5 years after the death of a 17-year-old Clinton Central football player, the family is getting its day in court.
Indiana schools are getting special training on how to handle safety threats after 2 elementary students are found with guns.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, February 9th. We have fog, rain, snow, a mixture of all of the above depending on where you live. It's all happening this morning right during rush hour, too.
You bet. And there's a few delays to tell you about right now, and we'll bring them up to you. Randolph Central School Corporation of Winchester, a 2-hour delay with no morning kindergarten.
Also, Randolph Southern School Corporation in Lynn, you are on a 2-hour delay with no morning kindergarten.
And Randolph Eastern School Corporation, Union City, 2-hour delay, no morning kindergarten. Randy says it's a fast-moving storm, but it won't get out before rush hour is done, will it, Randy?
Kind of a messy rush hour here, Dave and Joy, especially from Indy northward. Some slushy, wet snow coming on down, and just about everything. Let's go to Forecast 8 Viper, a snow machine, doing a great job this morning. Where you see the pink on the map, that's a combination of snow, sleet, rain, even a little freezing rain, too. However, the changeover is taking place just north of the city. We'll kind of zoom in here. Lafayette, you've had some moderate snow. You can see that snow line now creeping down to the city's north side. Some snow up around Kokomo. And the Atlanta area, we had a report already of about 1.25 inches of snow on the ground. And even in Muncie here, that mixed precip has changed over to all snow. Places north of the city, look for a 1 to 2 inch band of accumulations. And then you get down south of Bloomington area, that is plain old rain. Real quick here, temperatures 32 in the capital city, 31 in Noblesville, and 30 right now in Muncie. We'll tell you more about this here in just a little bit. We're watching traffic and weather together. Here's Julie.
Thanks, Randy. And messy is a good way to describe the weather. However, our road situation, not bad yet. Just have one minor accident. We'll tell you where that is in a moment. Keith McCutcheon can't fly in this weather, but he can drive, and he is over checking out the interstate systems on our west side. Keith?
Thanks, Julie. And on 465, when we last talked to you, we were at Airport Expressway with just a little bit of light rain. And now here, as I make my way up past 74 and headed north, we're coming up on 34th Street. I'm in all snow. So a little bit of mixture here, as you said. And again, the roads are in fairly good shape, although people on the west side, northbound 465, well, they're moving kind of slow this morning. Everybody's doing around 50 miles an hour. And because of the weather, you might want to allow a few extra minutes as you head out. Julie?
Very good. Thank you, Keith. And I know the Department of Public Works has been out overnight salting, so the road conditions pretty good until they freeze up in a little while. Our one accident this morning is going to be at Michigan and Tremont. Now, Michigan and Tremont is just west of the IUPUI campus, so on Michigan, you might have some slow-moving traffic in that area. Otherwise, let's take a look at how things are building from the Fishers area. Let's look at those southbound travelers now. You can see the taillights headed towards that 465 merge. Folks doing it so far at posted speeds, but again, the roads are wet, conditions could get slick, so be careful this morning. We'll stay here for you and check your traffic again in 8 minutes or less. Dave, Joy?
Julie, thanks so much. At 6:33, and Indianapolis police continue their investigation into a possible triple murder. Now, they say they found human remains in an East Side home.
News 8's Gene Rodriguez joins us live now from that house on Linwood Avenue with more on the investigation. Gene?
Good morning, Dave and Joy. Police have been here at this home on the city's east side since late Tuesday afternoon, and as you can see, they are still here on the scene. In fact, the IPD crime lab is actually parked right across the street from the home. They are looking for bodies. Late Tuesday afternoon, police combed through Betty and Leander Bradley's home on Linwood Avenue looking for evidence and bodies. Neighbors watched as cadaver dogs and special radar equipment helped in the search for the remains. Neighbors say that they hadn't seen the elderly couple in months, but had seen the couple's grandchildren, 18-year-old Carrie Allen and her brother, 29-year-old Kenneth Allen Jr., walking in and out of the house. Now the two are in police custody in Missouri. Missouri police stopped Kenneth Allen Jr. and Carrie Allen for speeding. Now that traffic stop led police to this home.
He located some items in the car that led him to this address. Checks, credit cards with names that were not of the people in the vehicle. Female half is giving us all the information. She has stated that their mother and their grandmother, they killed them in Noblesville, at a house in Noblesville, actually brought the bodies here, killed the grandfather, and then buried them all in the basement.
And there is a second crime scene. Police in Noblesville cordoned off an apartment where Carrie Allen lived with her mother. They have already walked through that home to make sure there are no bodies there, but they wait for a search warrant to collect potential evidence from that location. Now, again, you're looking at the scene here at this hour on the city's east side, and the police crime lab is still here, as well as several officers at this home, 1958 Linwood Avenue. And later this morning, we expect to hear from police about what's next in this investigation. They say that they did find human remains. We may see a team of anthropologists here at this home later this morning. For now, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks very much. Gene Rodriguez reporting live.
Neighbors in both Indianapolis and Noblesville are shocked that such a vicious crime could happen so close.
It's just sad.
What do you think of this?
I think it's terrible.
It was scary because I have 3 little kids, and like I said, I just moved in, and this stuff doesn't happen here in Noblesville. I mean, I've lived here all my life, 32 years almost, and I mean, it's happened a few times, but not right next door to me.
She's just really nice and really sweet. I can't believe that she's gone.
We will have much more on the investigation later on Daybreak, as well as throughout the day on 24-hour News 8.
New on Daybreak this morning, Indianapolis police are investigating a shooting on the city's west side. Shortly after 1 a.m., police officers found 33-year-old Ricky Ayers lying on the curb in the 1900 block of North Medford. Police say he was shot in the chest. Medics rushed Ayers to Wishart in critical condition. Police have not released details on a suspect or possible motive. Kokomo police are investigating a homicide. They found 48-year-old Teresa Cooper dead inside her West North Street home Tuesday afternoon. The cause of death has not yet been released. An autopsy is scheduled. Anyone with information, though, is being asked to call Kokomo police at 765-864-5444 or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-92-ALERT.
Today is day 2 of a wrongful death trial stemming from a Clinton Central High School football player's fatal collapse on the field. The family of 17-year-old Travis Stowers is suing the school corporation for negligence. Travis collapsed from an exertional heat stroke during practice in July of 2001. His family and its lawyer claim coaches ran practices too long on extremely hot days, violating IHSAA rules. Members of the family hope the result will be safer practice conditions for younger athletes. The defense said in opening arguments Tuesday, the school, its coaches, and trainers did nothing wrong, no different from any other school. State senators hear emotional testimony as they decide whether to amend Indiana's constitution to ban same-sex marriage.
Plus, police officers at Indiana's private universities fight to get death benefits.
And weather-wise here this Wednesday morning, lots going on right now. Check out Forecast 8 Viper, the snow machine, and we have a combination of wet snow, sleet, rain, even some freezing rain too. We'll tell you how much snow is going to fall and also how cold it's going to get. All that's up next.
Vincent's Furs has just completed the greatest sale in their history, but they still have a huge collection of furs and leathers to be sold. Therefore, they are conducting a final fur disposal. No reasonable offer refused. Come take advantage before the balance of this inventory is sold to dealers at a fraction of its original price. Don't miss out. Buy now at Vincent's Final Fur Disposal. No reasonable offer refused. Vincent's Furs, just north of Morseville on State Road 67.
Manhattan, 1922. This small-town girl is going to change her style, follow her heart, and turn this big-time town upside down. She's totally madcap, perfectly marvelous, thoroughly modern Millie. Broadway's Tony Award-winning Best Musical. Thoroughly modern Millie.
February 15th through the 20th at the Mural Theater. Get tickets now. Presented by Toyota Broadway in Indianapolis.
Why, oh, why does good service elude me? My furnace is blowing cold air. Every phone call I say, please come fix it today. But they're busy and don't seem to care. Can't somebody help me?
Dial 1 can, so stop burning money and call for your free heating service call. And if needed, we'll give you up to $1,295 off with no interest, no payments for 12 whole months.
Dial 1 Hoosier gets it done.
She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me.
Need flowers?
A dozen premium roses, only $19.99 at Marsh. Now through Valentine's Day.
On February 18th,
You always tell me we should help those who are less fortunate. He's less fortunate.
you and your family are invited to experience the magic.
That dog is smiling.
Because of Winn-Dixie. Rated PG, February 18th.
It's here, Love Furniture and Design Gallery's Winter Inventory Reduction Sale. Find savings of up to 55% on floor samples, discontinued, and returned merchandise throughout the store. It's the best time for the best prices at Love Furniture and Design Gallery just north of West 86th Street on Scienceville Road.
This portion of the news brought to you by Goddard Schools.
It is 6:40. Good morning. Those roads are wet all over the city. And as Keith McCutcheon testified a little while ago, driving on the city's west side and the north side, a little bit of snow coming down. Let's find out if that's still the case and where Keith is driving at the moment. Keith?
Well, thanks, Julie. Up on the northwest side right now, I'm getting ready to go from 465 northbound here to eastbound on the northwest corner, and it's heavier snow up here. That's what we're going to find as they head out. A lot more snow coming down, and the road's starting to show that bridges and overpasses are going to be the things you're going to have to watch out for first, but it looks like still just damp. It's not real slippery yet, but again, I think it's something you're going to have to be aware of as you head out, and I think maybe I'm looking at some problems up on the north side ahead of me, aren't I, Julie?
Absolutely looking at a problem. We've got two problems on our interstate systems. One of them Keith is about to be in the middle of. It's going to be right here at the Meridian Street exit of 465. It's going to be for eastbound commuters, eastbound looking slow in that area. That accident, we'll find out what lanes it's blocking and what trouble it will cause. Keith will check back with him in a moment. The other problem is northbound 65 at 465. That's going to be right here. So both of these areas on Indy's north and west side, we're going to also experience some slow-moving traffic, likely on 65, also 465 as you merge there. So be aware of those two major problems right now. They are the only issues we're facing so far this rush hour. We'll keep our eye on it, and we'll check your traffic again in 8 minutes or less. Dave?
Thank you very much, Julie. And that's pretty good considering how nasty the weather is out this morning at 6:42. 32 degrees outside. Randy's going to tell us about the mix and mess outside your door in just a little bit. An Indiana Senate committee is supporting a constitutional amendment banning same-sex marriage. The proposal that now goes on to the full Senate would define marriage as being the union between one man and one woman. Lawmakers heard emotional testimony from both sides of the issue on Tuesday.
My story, along with the numerous individuals that I have ministered to and have experienced the same kind of transformation, are living proof that homosexuality is changeable and that we don't need to change the definition of marriage to meet the demands of a select few.
Today, in Iraq, gays and lesbians are among those who are giving their lives fighting for freedom. What kind of freedom do we have a right to expect here?
A similar amendment passed easily last session, only to die in the Indiana House. With the Republicans now in control, though, House passage is anticipated this year. But before the Constitution is amended, it must pass a second General Assembly, that's in 2 years, and then survive a statewide referendum.
The House Committee on Public Safety and Homeland Security is moving forward with a bill that members hope they won't have to apply. After Butler University police officer James Davis was killed in the line of duty last year, ITmate discovered under state law the Davis family was not eligible for death benefits because Davis worked for a private university. Now there is an effort to change state law to allow private schools to buy into the benefits plan, $100 per officer. House Bill 1600 is written retroactively, so if Butler University buys into the benefits plan, the Davis family would be able to collect $150,000. And let's talk weather now with Randy Ollis.
Well, thank you for joining, Dave. Weather-wise here, real mess outside this morning. Let's go ahead and check out the live shot here. And we've had a combination of snow, sleet, rain, even some freezing rain at the airport. In fact, the airport right now reporting some freezing rain and snow, but it is in the process here of changing over to all snow in Marion County, even as we're speaking. Let's go to Forecast 8. Viper, our snow machine, doing a great job. Where you see the pink on the map, that's a combination of snow, sleet, even some freezing rain. The blue on the map here, that is all snow coming down. What kind kind of zoom in. Lafayette, you're in the back edge of the main snow band right now. At Crawfordsville, some snow. Again, this snow line has kind of crept down across the northern part of Marion County. Muncie, you had a mix. You're over to all snow right now. So again, from the north side of Indy further northward, that's a pretty steady snow. And I did have a report from the Atlanta area, our weather watcher, of about 1.25 inches of snow on the ground. So I think places just north of Indy, slushy, wet roads here with the snow coming down, about 1 inch to 2 inches of accumulation. Here in the city, probably 1 inch or less in most spots. And then you get further south, Bloomington area down south here, that is just plain old rain. But as cold air does kind of work in here in the backside of this storm, this should change over to all light snow as the morning does go by. Let's go to the computer. We'll check out the satellite radar composite. Again, a fast-moving wave kind of whipping in here across the Ohio Valley right now, and this is going to taper off to just some light snow and flurries here late morning during this afternoon. The airport, freezing rain and snow, 32 degrees, and wind chill factor at 27. We do have a light north wind, that wind about 5 miles per hour. Here's a peek of some other numbers. Very critical this morning. Noblesville 31, snow at Muncie 30, Kokomo 27. You've had moderate snow up around Lafayette 26 degrees, a bit warmer down south. Rain at Bloomington 38, 37 down around the Columbus area. Now, in forecast day futurecast here, 9 o'clock this morning, there's that rain snow mixture pushing off to our east and south. Behind it here, again, the snow is going to taper off to light snow and flurries. Noontime today, still some light snow and flurries coming on down. And this pattern is going to hold here through this afternoon, right on through tonight. Again, the key thing is not a major storm going on across the area. We'll break it down here this morning, the morning drive, a wet, messy mixture, some snow, sleet, and rain, temperature of 32. By noontime, it should be all light snow, 32 degrees. And when you head back home this afternoon, light snow or flurries and cold, temperature right around 31 degrees. Now we go back to the maps here, futurecast. Another trough comes down tonight. Again, overnight tonight, we'll keep in there a chance for some light flurries or some light snow showers around. Overnight tonight, a dusting, maybe a ½ inch. It should be about it. Here's a map by midnight tonight. And again, the flurries will continue here through tomorrow morning. Snowfall totals, again, areas north of the city, 1 to possibly 2 inches of wet snow. Here in the city, up to 1 inch of snow possible. And down to our south, just a dusting. That should be about it. Things improving here tomorrow. Well, here's the evening forecast. 5 o'clock, 31 degrees. By 10 o'clock, 30 degrees. Some flurries around. We'll start to improve things here tomorrow. A trough does move on by. Morning flurries, that'll give way to some afternoon sunshine during the day on Thursday, and then we'll really clear it out. Friday looks like a pretty day, or 5-day outlook here. Cold tomorrow, those morning flurries, temperature around 30 degrees, 38 sunshine on Friday, and then we'll stick in our chance of rain coming back in for Sunday and Monday with highs in the 40s during the weekend.
Okay, thanks, Randy.
Yep.
How do you move a 2-ton totem pole?
Very slowly and with great care. See how it was done right here in Indianapolis next.
You chose Goddard because you know your baby is in good hands, warm and secure. You chose Goddard because as toddlers grow, their little fingers love to feel and build and clap together. You chose Goddard because for your preschooler, you want a lifelong love of learning to take shape through the joys of curiosity, imagination, and play. The Goddard School. Good choice.
Tom Raper's doing it right by bringing you the nation's largest indoor RV warehouse sale.
200,000 square feet of new RVs under roof with the absolute lowest prices.
Diesel pushers, motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, fold downs, plus new boats and Toyota cars and trucks.
Wait, there's more.
Take up to 1,000 more off with Tom Raper's Money Booth or Scratch-Off Card. Free admission, free parking.
Take I-70 to Richmond, Indiana, exit 149A.
I'll see y'all at the nation's largest indoor RV warehouse sale.
It's Valentine's Day at Buddy's Carpet with sweetheart deals on first quality carpet made in America. Till Valentine's Day, only at Buddy's, each and every carpet is marked down for savings of 25, 30, 40, even 50%. And at Buddy's, you pay no interest and make no payments for over a year. Save from 25 to 50% at Buddy's Valentine's Day sale. But you must get to Buddy's Carpet before Valentine's Day at 9.
You got a buddy in the carpet business.
$137. Now just $137 a month. That's all it takes to own a new Hyundai Elantra during the Ray Skillman Discount Hyundai Tax Sale. That's $137 a month to own a new Elantra at the Ray Skillman Discount Hyundai Tax Sale. Yes, only $137 a month. $167. Now just $167 a month. That's all it takes to own a new Hyundai Sonata during the Ray Skillman Discount Hyundai Tax Sale. That's $167 a month to own a new Sonata at the Ray Skillman Discount Hyundai Tax Sale. Yes, only $167 a month.
It is 6:49 and good morning. Traffic starting to become very messy. We have 3 separate interstate issues, one on the west side, one on the north side, and one on 69 for you Noblesville commuters. We'll get to that in just a moment, but out in these conditions right now traveling is Keith McCutcheon, who says it's snowing on the north side. Keith?
Boy, what a difference it makes in 30 minutes, Julie. On the south side, when I was down there 30 minutes ago, just rain. Didn't even see snow on the side of the roads. Now up here on the north side, just went past US 31, 465 eastbound, and snow everywhere on the ground. It's starting to cover the ground. Now, the roads are in fairly good shape for the most part if you slow down. But if you get in a hurry, you're going to end up in an accident, just like what I went past there right at 96th Street, 465 eastbound. 2 cars off to the right side, a pickup truck and a car. They're down the embankment, slowing a little bit there, down about 30 miles an hour, and then people are moving on past it. So really not causing a big problem there, but just be aware of that as you head out. Julie?
Thank you, Keith, for that update. We were curious about the situation up there. The weather is going to continue to cause havoc. What Keith was just talking about was this area here off of 31. Where we have another issue is 465 and I-65 on the west side. Now, this is going to be in the northbound lanes here of I-65 just before 465, so those will be slow. Let's take a look at our newest problem area. This is going to be southbound 69 for those of you who hop on the interstate system at 238. Now, that's just going to be for you commuters headed southbound, so be aware that that is going to be a problem this morning. We'll keep our eye on it and tell you how bad it will get or how good it will get. Look at the cup as half full in 8 minutes or less. Dave, Joy?
Very good. Thanks, Julie. 6:51, 32 degrees on this Wednesday. Light snow in certain areas and rain in others, depending on where you live.
Governor Mitch Daniels says he'll work at the governor's residence on Meridian Street, but he does not expect to live there full time. Daniels cited a report that listed $2.5 million worth of repairs for the English Tudor home built in 1928. It's been the residence for every Indiana governor since Dr. Otis Bowen back in the mid-70s. Instead, Daniels has purchased some land in a gated subdivision in Carmel, and he plans to build a new house there.
A 2-ton totem pole that used to sit in the Great Hall of the Eiteljorg Museum of American Indians and Western Art has a new home this morning. With great care, workers lowered the pole on its side, then transferred it to a new area. The Mel and Joan Perlman wing will open on June 11th.
Police continue their work at an eastside Indianapolis home this morning where it's believed 3 bodies are buried. Gene has the latest from the scene at the top of the hour.
Plus, it's slow going on the roads as you head out this morning. Julie Patterson returns with the very latest on rush hour traffic.
For LASIK in Indianapolis, the choice is clear.
The LASIK procedure here at Price Vision gave me exactly what I was looking for.
I wish I hadn't waited so long to have this done because I'm so happy with the results.
I do a lot of things now without being encumbered by glasses. It makes all the difference.
I'm 100% sure that Dr. Price was the right choice for me.
Call Price Vision Group today for your free LASIK DVD.
CarMax is the best place to buy a used car. Low, no haggle prices, a huge selection, and guaranteed quality mean customers have a great car buying experience. So it's no surprise that CarMax is also a great place to work. We're proud to announce that CarMax has just been named one of Fortune's 100 best companies to work for. CarMax, the way car buying should be, and a great place to work.
Shrimp, and lots of them. Scampi seared, coconut crusted, flame grilled, golden fried. 33 shrimp for only $10.99. Nobody does shrimp like Joe's, and only Joe's does 33 shrimp for $10.99. It's shrimply irresistible. That's 33 scrumptious shrimp for only $10.99. Gotta go eat at Joe's.
Ask any kid and they'll tell you.
You gotta be kidding.
The world was designed by adults, especially when it comes to this. A booster seat makes riding safer for children 4 to 8 by lifting them up so seatbelts fit properly. And starting July 1st, it's the law. So give your kids a boost.
Right here, little man.
Because they have enough to keep them on their toes.
When our telecom laws were written, most people's idea of a hotspot was South Beach.
But now it's a whole new world in telecommunications. If we update our telecom laws, more companies will invest in technologies that will allow us to work how we want, where we want. It's time for the laws to catch up to our lives.
New York? New York here. Miami?
Miami here.
Better ways to work and play. Now that's the future.
Nice work, Miami.
Faster.
It is 6:54 and good morning. Rush hour starting to really get mixed up here. Just got a road report also from the state police. Roads are wet. They become snow covered if you head towards Lafayette. Fort Wayne snow covered and becoming icy. Here in the Indianapolis area, we have what's a mixture of ice and snow coming down, excuse me, mostly on the north side, causing some problems. I'm going to show you yellow cars because you should be reducing your speeds. We have a slide off of an accident right here at 465 and I-65. It's actually on 65. We have another slide off in this area around 96th and 31 here, just south of the interstate system, just to give you a little bit of what the road conditions are like. We want to tell you about an incident at 238 and I-69 here. It's going to be for southbound commuters on 69, slow and go as emergency crews make their way to get that cleaned up. Let's take a look at a picture now for you Fishers commuters. This is a little further south on I-69. You can see the taillights slow and go as you head towards that 465 merge, and look at it. You can actually see some of that snow falling right in front of our camera. Buckle up, do keep it safe. Leave a little early today. You'll be glad you have that extra time on the roads. We'll keep our eye on it for you, and we'll check your traffic again in 8 minutes or less. Dave?
All right, thanks, Julie. It is 6:56 out there, and Randy's here to show it to us. Randy, this is one of those days. It depends where you're at, and that's the kind of weather you're going to get.
If I just call for snow, sleet, rain, or freezing rain, I'll nail it.
Yeah,
I can't miss it here today.
Right.
So, hey, real quick, forecast 8 Viper. That changeover is heading down across the city's north side, even as we're speaking right now. A little burst of snow coming on through, so do watch out for some slushy snow on the roadways here. Areas north of the city could see a 1 to 2 inch snowfall. Next 5 days here, things are going to settle down. Morning flurries tomorrow, 38 on Friday, and then rain comes back in Sunday into Monday.
All right, Randy, thank you. Just ahead, Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice continues a tour in Europe aimed at mending fences with political allies.
And for the first time in his 26-year term, Pope John Paul II will not lead Ash Wednesday prayers today. The third hour of Daybreak is just ahead.
Winter wow at Sofa Express with 36 months free financing. That's 3 years, 0% interest. 1,095 days without a penny of interest. 26,280 hours. Okay, you get the idea. Factory direct savings throughout the store and 36 months free financing. Wow, winter wow, only at Sofa Express. Here today, home tomorrow.
I don't know, Bob. That looks like a healthy spleen to me.
I only said it was most likely the spleen.
The right diagnosis is everything. For transmission diagnosis and repair, trust AMCO, AA, NCO. If your car is worth fixing, isn't it worth fixing right? We do that. We're your Central Indiana AMCO dealers. AMCO, AA, NCO. Find us fast by dialing 1-800-GO-AMCO, including our new location in Kokomo.
Every morning we start cooking dinner. Introducing Bob Evans' new slow roasted dinners.
Slow roasted just for you. 3 dinners, something new. Savory and tender, cooking all day.
Come in and taste the slow roasted goodness of forked tender pork loin, hand carved turkey with pan roasted gravy, and savory chicken. New slow roasted dinners.
Only at Bob Evans.
The customers at my Speedway count on me for coffee that's always ground fresh right before it's brewed.
I've got to have my coffee from Speedway every morning. I get half vanilla cappuccino, mix it with their regular coffee. It's a great way to start the day.
And right now at Speedway, any size coffee or cappuccino is just 89 cents.
It's the best cup of coffee in town, period.
At Speedway, it's always great values, great prices. You've got my word on it.
We're on your way, the convenience stores of Speedway.
Get a NASCAR schedule cup filled with your favorite fountain drink, just 99 cents.
Investigations that really count. Wish TV's I-Team 8.
Good morning. Making headlines today. Investigators say they have found what they described as a mass under the basement of a home where they're searching for the bodies of 3 family members. Gene Rodriguez updates the investigation live.
President Bush continues a road trip to sell his proposed budget plan.
Problems with donations. Hundreds of countries pledged to help tsunami victims.
First, let's check in with Julie Patterson for the latest on traffic.
Well, let's check out this road trip for rush hour. Keith McCutcheon can't fly today because of the weather. Chopper 8 is down, but God love you, you're out driving in this mess, Keith. Where are you?
Well, I'll tell you, Julie, right now I'm making my way down the southeast or the east side, southbound 465, headed down towards Pendleton Pike. I can tell you, as I came around that northeast corner, I-69 was slowing, as you showed a picture of that just a little bit ago, especially around 82nd Street, and then 465 making your westbound over toward Keystone. That's all slowing through there, and as you make your way northbound here on the northeast corner of 465, it was picking up and getting heavier, but for the most part, the roads aren't in bad shape, and motorists are slowing down. That's a little bit of good news, but it's causing extra travel time. Julie?
Thank you, Keith, and we have the Department of Public Works to thank for that because they were out all night putting sand on our roads. Here's a picture of I-69 for you Fishers commuters. You can see some snow falling in front of our camera here. Those southbound lanes are the taillights you're picturing, and a little bit of a delay because of volume, as Keith mentioned. We do have a couple of interstate issues I want to tell you about. Northbound 65 before 465 on the west side, a slide off. Also the same situation at 96th Street up on the north side, just south of I-465. Now, southbound 69 at State Road 238, we continue to have a problem. We had an accident there earlier. What I'm showing you now here is the latest. West and Morris, we've got a problem in the downtown area. We also have a brand new accident at 16th and Shadeland Avenue. We'll keep our eye on traffic for you. We'll check back in 8 minutes or less. Here with traffic and weather together, Randy Ollis.
Hey, thank you there, Julie. Let's go right to a Forecast 8 Viper snow machine. That changeover to all snow is moving right through Marion County right now, where you see the blue on the map. That is snow coming down. And we do have a pretty good burst of some snow in the city's north side. Areas north of us may get a quick inch of snow, and I think you get a little north of the city, and maybe as much as 1.5 inches to 2 inches of snow. Eastern Indiana, there it is, just a combination of some rain, sleet, and snow that will change over to all snow for you. And let's go to the computer real quick here. Snowfall totals just north of the city, about 1 to 2 inches of slushy wet snow. And it looks like here in Marion County, could see perhaps up to 1 inch of snow, especially in grassy areas, by later this morning. Dave, Joy?
Thank you very much, Randy. It is 7:01, and our top story this morning, investigators say they have found human remains in the basement of an East Side home. This as they continue to investigate a possible triple murder.
News 8's Gene Rodriguez joins us live from the house on Linwood Avenue with more on this investigation. Gene?
Dave and Joy, throughout this morning, we've seen some of the detectives arrive here at the scene. Police have remained at the scene throughout the night as well. We are on the city's east side, and what led police to this home was a routine traffic stop in Missouri for speeding, and now they're searching for bodies. 29-year-old Kenneth Allen Jr. and his sister, 18-year-old Carrie Allen, are behind bars in Missouri. They were stopped for speeding, and while in custody, police say Carrie Allen later admitted to killing, dismembering, and burying her mother, Sharon Allen, and grandparents, Leander and Betty Bradley, in the basement of this home in concrete. Late Tuesday afternoon, police combed through Betty and Lee Bradley's home on Linwood Avenue looking for clues and the bodies. Neighbors watched as cadaver dogs and special radar equipment helped in the search for the remains. Neighbors say that they hadn't seen the elderly couple in months, but had seen Carrie and Kenneth Allen walking in and out of that house. At least one neighbor says he saw the two with a jackhammer and shovels.
We believe there is as many as 3 people buried in concrete in the basement of this residence based on the information that we've received from a police department in Missouri.
And we're also seeing here at the scene some of the investigators and actually a concrete company behind us. I'm not sure if you can see that, but there's also another crime scene in Noblesville. That is the home of Sharon Allen. Carrie Allen shared that home with her mother, Sharon Allen, and police have cordoned off that area as well. They're awaiting warrants to search the home. They have done a walkthrough and found nothing, no bodies there as of yet, but I will tell you that the investigation does continue here at this hour. Reporting live from the city's east side, Gene Rodriguez. Now back to you.
All right, Gene, thanks so much.
This morning, President Bush continues to push his second-term agenda today with a conversation on class action reform. Congress is currently considering legislation that would move most large lawsuits from state courts to the more stringent federal courts. The president took a road trip Tuesday to push his plan for overhauling Social Security. He also urged lawmakers to show discipline as they consider his budget and propose cuts to 150 federal programs. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice is in Belgium this morning, pressing ahead with her European fence mending trip. During a speech in Paris on Tuesday, she called for a new chapter in transatlantic ties. The Secretary of State once called for the U.S. to punish France for its opposition to the war in Iraq. She and the French foreign minister pledged Tuesday to give relations a new start and emphasized areas of cooperation. Today, Rice visits headquarters for the European Union and NATO.
For the first time in his 26-year papacy, Pope John Paul II is missing public Ash Wednesday prayers. The Pope remains in a Rome hospital where he's recovering from the flu and breathing complications. American Cardinal James Stafford is presiding over today's service at St. Peter's Basilica. The Vatican says the 84-year-old pontiff's health continues to improve, but doctors have persuaded him to stay in the hospital to be on the safe side.
Militants are stepping up their assault in Iraq's security forces. The U.S. military says 21 people died Tuesday when a suicide bomber set off explosives outside an Iraqi army recruitment center in Baghdad. At least 16 of the dead were army recruits. Militants led by Abu Musab al-Zarqawi are claiming responsibility. In Beji, another oil pipeline is sabotaged. Several have come under attack recently. The United States wants Iraq's security forces to assume a greater role once a newly elected government takes office. New on Daybreak today, an Indiana National Guardsman who received a Purple Heart for combat wounds has been charged in the death of an Iraqi citizen. Corporal Dustin Berg of Ferdinand, Indiana, also faces false charges of false swearing and the wearing of an unauthorized award. An Army spokeswoman says the alleged incident occurred in November 2003 south of Baghdad. No further details are being released. The 21-year-old is scheduled to appear in court for a hearing Thursday at Fort Knox, Kentucky, to determine whether the case will proceed to a court-martial.
A leader of the United Nations has bad news about the tsunami recovery. She says donor countries are not providing enough money to cover the needs of the survivors.
Tonight, Eric Halverson resumes his reports on his recent visit to the tsunami region. Here's a preview.
It's a problem of promises. The UN Special Tsunami Relief Envoy says the world pledged more than $800 million immediately after the tsunami, but many of those pledges still need to be converted to cash. Tonight at 6, we'll go back to Rome for a look at one of the agencies that so desperately needs that money. This is where the World Food Program coordinates its tsunami relief work from its headquarters in Italy.
WFP is a business. I mean, we're a $2 billion a year business.
The United Nations created the agency to deliver food to the neediest people in the world.
Our customers are people that if we don't deliver the product, they'll die. So the stakes are a lot higher.
Mike Staten of Indianapolis, the WFP's chief of staff, says the agency has had feeding programs in Sri Lanka since 1968. It's also been caring for millions across Africa and other parts of the world. But Staten admits the tsunami was not in the agency's budget. At 6, we'll learn more about what the World Food Program is and how it uses your money. Dave and Joy?
Well, thank you there, Eric. Weather-wise here, a real mess across central Indiana this morning. Check out Forecast 8 Viper, our snow machine, and we have it all this morning. Some wet snow, some sleet, some rain, some freezing rain, even some accumulating snow, too. We'll tell you how much. The forecast is next.
Hey, I'm Mark McGrath on the next.
You've seen families trade places, but television has never gone here before.
Shut your mouth.
The wife swap we'll be talking about, plus a desperate housewife's bombshell. Next Extra.
The 500-pound Boston Woman, Next ET, the TV documentary about chubby chasers. Plus, Sybil Shepherd's new interview about Martha Stewart's prison time. And Oprah, the richest woman on TV, on ET.
Tonight at 7 on Wish TV.
Meet dealers over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles.
Even a chance to scratch and win $10,000.
Save up to $13,000.
Like new pre-owned 2004s up to half off.
Used vehicles up to $2,700 below wholesale.
Even more, $99 down, $99 a month.
Plus a free scratch and win card.
Get free card to winner. Scratch the right 6 boxes and you win $10,000.
Today through Saturday only at the Indiana State Fairgrounds.
I know what hectic mornings are like. Before I head off to work at my Speedway, I've got 2 kids to send off to school. My customers have hectic mornings too, so at my Speedway, I always make sure the coffee's ground fresh right before it's brewed. And right now, any size coffee or cappuccino is just 89 cents. We've all got busy mornings. Always fresh coffee at Speedway just makes the day a little easier. It's always great values, great prices. You've got my word on it.
We're on your way, the convenience stores of Speedway.
Now get any brand 20-ounce soft drink, 2 for just $2.
When you've been involved in a truck accident, turn to an experienced truck accident legal firm to protect yourself. Call the Tabor Law Firm at 236-9000 or log on to wishtv.com and click Law Info. Turn to Tabor at 236-9000.
Getting more of what I want is always good.
Now through Saturday at Sears Optical, get 2 pairs of eyeglasses for $98. Scratch-resistant plastic lenses, even line bifocals or trifocals, and hundreds of frames.
A lot more for a lot less.
Sears, good life, great price.
It is 7:09. Good morning. We have accidents mostly on your interstate systems. We have some secondary problems as well. The bad news is that snow is causing those roads to become slick. We've got ice on them from the Department of Public Works overnight, but take your time this morning. Leave a little bit early. You will be glad that you did. Let's check in with Keith McCutcheon, who has been checking on road conditions for us all morning. Keith?
Well, thanks, Julie. I'm making my way on the southeast side right now, so I'm coming down around Beach Grove on 465, and down here all I'm seeing is rain, and the temperature has gone up from the north side to the south side about 2 degrees, so no snow accumulation here. Now on the north side, as I went around there, I saw slow-moving traffic and a lot of snow, and also a lot of salt trucks are out. As you said, I did see several of them working 465 on the north side, but down here on the south side, traffic's moving fairly well without any problems, Julie.
Isn't that something else? Thank you, Keith, so much. So we've got rain on the south side, snow on the north side, causing problems. I want to remind you of a couple things going on still. We've got slide-offs, northbound 65 just before 465 on the west side, also eastbound 465 right after Meridian Street, southbound 69 at 238. We've had an accident, and our latest, this is not going to be fun for those of you commuting from either the north side or from the east side. Our problem area is right at Shadeland on westbound 465. Again, watch for the conditions, and we will keep our eye on it for you. Here with traffic and weather together, Randy Ollis.
Well, thank you there, Julie. I tell you, that dividing line here is right through Marion County. It's funny, the weatherman's here. It gets gray early here with the forecast like this, but there it is. The changeover now. It's snowing downtown at Wish TV, so let's kind of drop this line here a little bit further southbound. We'll kind of zoom in, and a little burst of heavier snow moving through. If you're watching just north of the city, you're going to get a quick inch to maybe 2 inches of snow. Just got a call from Bill Niehoff back out around the Marshall area, and he said about 1.4 inches of snow. So again, from there, riding through here, probably 1 to 2 inch snowfall. Even here in Marion County, we could see up to an inch of snow by later this morning, so watch out for a lot of slush on the roadways. Here it is on the Sally Radar Composite. Again, a fast-moving wave moving through. The main burst of moisture kind of taper off here as the morning goes by. 31 now downtown, 30 at Noblesville, 27 up around Kokomo, and a bit warmer with some rain down around Bloomington. Temperature at 38 degrees. Now, in forecast day, futurecast here, 9 o'clock this morning. There's that rain-snow mixture heading off to our east and south. It's going to taper off here to light snow and flurries later this morning and through this afternoon, and likewise here tonight we'll still see that chance for some light snow and some flurries across the area. Morning drive this here, watch out for some slush on the roadways, a mixture of snow, sleet, and rain. Temperature right around freezing. By noontime should be all light snow, temperature 32, and by the afternoon drive back home, some flurries and cold, temperature at 31 degrees. A little trough comes on down, and again, that'll keep the snow flurries going. Again, here in the city, could see up to an inch of slushy wet snow by late morning and early this afternoon. We'll be right back.
It's big. It's different. It's like having 4 clubs in one. Professional fitness, sports and athletics, resort and spa, family recreation, Lifetime Fitness. Join this month and save 45% on enrollment. Membership includes free lockers, towels, and childcare. Upgrade to Lifetime Fitness.
Hi, Gary Pettigo for Pettigo Chevrolet, and we're doing it again. Buy this new 05 Silverado for $11,295. That's right, $11,295. Or get this new 05 Trailblazer for only $199 a month. Or you can get this gorgeous new 05 Chevrolet Suburban, $342 a month, 0 first payment, 0 security deposit. Folks, that's cheap. Remember, that's Pettigo Chevrolet, 5101 West 38th Street, where there's no horsing around.
You're so beautiful and so easy. Beautiful.
The Purdue Oven Stuffer Roaster. Always easy, always delicious.
It is 7:14. Good morning. Road conditions in our city, it varies. We've got some slick streets all over the place, some snow on the north side, some rain on the south side, and big problems on your interstate systems. I'm going to show you where those are right now. I-65 northbound towards 465. We have had an accident and a slide off there. We've had a separate issue here on Meridian Street, actually the eastbound lanes of 465 just beyond 31. We have a problem. Also on Indy's north side, we want to tell you that at Highway 238 and I-69, the southbound lanes of 69, we have another issue. And our latest is going to be here on I-70 right at Shadeland Avenue. That's the problem area. Shadeland Avenue right here, slow going traffic eastbound, westbound rather. Be very patient today. The road conditions are not the greatest. We'll keep our eye on it and get back with you in 8 minutes or less. Dave?
All right, thanks very much, Julie. Denver International Airport has a problem. It's a hairy one. Airport officials say the rabbit population is out of control and they've been forced to hire an exterminator. The bunnies are hanging out in parking lots. Some have been chewing through wiring on cars. Traps are now set. More than 700 have already been caught.
Well, you may be able to get more than 25 cents for a Wisconsin quarter. Apparently, some of the quarters have a variation in the cornstalk design on the back of the coin. It seems the U.S. Mint in Denver made a mistake when it printed 453 million quarters late last year. Dealers say the flawed coins have been selling for as much as $600 a piece.
Wow.
Gina Rodriguez updates a possible triple murder investigation on the city's east side. That's at 7:25.
First, though, the early show checks in with a house teetering off its foundation because of a mudslide.
For deals that are extra big, extra cool, extraordinary, it's the Extraordinary Valentine's event at Sears. Because through Saturday, we're giving you something extra. An extra 10% off store-wide when you use your Sears card. All fine jewelry already 40 to 50% off shines even brighter with an extra 10% off. In fact, take an extra 10% off anything and everything in the store, even sale prices. But it all ends Saturday, so grab your Sears card. The Extraordinary Valentine's event. Sears. Good life, great price.
In theaters this Friday, Winnie the Pooh is about to discover the biggest new thing to ever hit the 100-acre wood.
I'm a heffalump.
That's impossible. Walt Disney Pictures presents Pooh's Heffalump movie, rated G, in theaters this Friday.
I caught a heffalump.
What do you know?
Cold or flu making you feel unwelcome? New Kleenex antiviral tissues trap and kill 99.9% of cold and flu viruses. Thank goodness for Kleenex tissue.
Here at our Denny's, I'm not only the cook, I'm the kitchen. I like to make food that makes people happy. To me, these just aren't orders. This is the start of somebody's day. Especially right now. Order up. There's a whole lot to cook in our new hearty scrambles. The new Meat Lover Scramble comes with bacon, sausage, and ham mixed right in with the eggs. And the Heartland Scramble with country fried potatoes. Then I add bacon, sausage, hash browns, and pancakes. And they're just $4.99. That's not only a lot to cook, that's a lot to eat. When they smile, it makes me happy.
Denny's, we're cooking now.
Come on, you can do it. Just 30 seconds of Listerine. Think of all the germs you're killing. Listerine even kills the germs that can cause plaque and gingivitis. See? You can handle it. Germs can't. Listerine. Worth the time, every time. And now try new Advanced Listerine. All the germ-killing power of Listerine, plus longer-lasting breath protection and tartar control for cleaner, brighter teeth. Try new Advanced Listerine.
Welcome back to the early show on CBS. I'm Harry Smith.
And I'm Julie Chen. Ahead on Health Watch, new proof that you are what you eat. Find out why simple diet changes can improve your heart's health.
And a little bit later on, we're going to team up once again with our friends at Williams-Sonoma to help create the perfect Valentine's Day. First, though, here's Hannah.
Thanks. Location, location, location. That's the real estate mantra. But unfortunately for some Southern California residents who built luxurious homes on a beautiful hillside, their dream houses are now hanging on by a thread and could come crashing down soon. Early Show national correspondent Hattie Kaufman got a bird's eye view of the problem.
Anaheim's pricey hillside homes are an idyllic getaway from LA congestion.
We're up here in a chopper. You can see multi-million-dollar homes. Many of them have pools, many of them have views, and a few of them are doomed.
This home slid in the dark of night. By light of day, you can see others slowly crumbling, sliding down the hillside as the earth underneath moves.
This is just insane. I
man, things just falling down the hill, you know.
We think this is an isolated incident to these two homes.
You think so? Fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
The homes are in a gated community. Curious onlookers can't get too close. In fact, even the affected homeowners can't get inside to grab their belongings.
Take a look at this. This was a house under construction, a two-story house, and it looks like the top story is now the bottom story. And this is really where you have to be to get the best view of the devastation taking place on the ground. These houses began to move in January, just an inch a day. This week that became 2 feet a day. The movement has slowed, but it hasn't stopped.
Little by little, it starts to dip south, more and more down that hill.
The movement began with California's record rainfall last month. But there's also the question of construction methods. The homes were newly built. The owners of this place had lived there just 8 months. Their lawyer said the house was built as designed and approved by the city of Anaheim. If the city had seen it as a problem, we should not have been allowed to build.
Everybody's trying to place blame, and there'll be plenty of time later on to play the blame game.
Do you have any idea whether this is a mudslide caused by the rain or shoddy construction?
Could be an ancient landslide, or it could be just a fill problem due to bad construction.
Ancient landslides are slow-moving, like this area in Palos Verdes, where the road must be continually repaved.
Get out of here!
Contrast that to the fast-moving landslide in La Conchita last month. This may be less dramatic, but the result is the same: destruction.
What we're looking at here is some geological testing being done. They've drilled a deep hole here into the slope, and a geologist is going to descend into that hole. He's a brave guy. They're testing to see how stable the hillside is. They want to know if it can handle heavy equipment to get in there and demolish these homes. The city would like to do that. If they can't, they're just going to let them fall down the hill.
Which is no comfort to nearby residents.
It's going to be a long time before it's back to normal again. It's going to be a very long time and a lot of work and money.
If we get more rain, that could increase the rate at which it's sliding.
Hate to tell you this, more rain is in the forecast.
Unfortunately, we need to work quickly.
For The Early Show, Hattie Kaufman, CBS News, Anaheim.
And the findings of that unusual geological test are expected later this week. Now here's Renee.
Boy, those pictures are unbelievable. All right, Hannah, thanks. So you found the perfect guy, but he won't pop the question? Well, still to come, we're going to show you how to make him, not make him, get him to take the marriage plunge.
Make him take the plunge. Make him marry
Right, exactly. Plus, the Amazing Race winners, they're here to collect their $1 million. You know, they're engaged. They're going to take the plunge. He's not afraid. He's not fearful.
They're good. They're committed, and they're millionaires.
Your local news coming up.
This portion is sponsored by Little Debbie. Have a heart this Valentine's Day with Little Debbie snacks. Unwrap a smile.
Hey, Angie, you going to the post office? Hey, Ted, you going to the post office?
Do I know you?
Anyone go to the post office? Jeff. Ronnie? Connie. Isn't anyone going to the post office?
Hey, Chuck. Can't go to the post office? Go to USPS.com.
From buying stamps to shipping packages, almost anything you do at the post office, you can do at USPS.com. It's how the U.S. Postal Service is working for you.
Hey, Steve. Lunch?
Next on News 8.
I'm Jean Rodriguez, live on the city's east side. I'll tell you how police were led to this home from a routine traffic stop in Missouri in a live report.
And welcome back to Daybreak. We're going to check today's forecast in just a moment.
First, though, Julie has the latest on this morning's traffic. Julie?
I'll tell you what, I've never had a better workout than today. 7:25, good morning. Our latest area where we have a problem is on the south side. It's going to be State Road 37, which we understand is backed up because of an accident. That accident is at Thompson Road and Harding. Thompson and Harding, that intersection, very sticky. If you'd like to pick an alternate route, I'd suggest it, perhaps Bluff Road or even Highway 31 if you can get over there this morning. Other issues to continue to deal with this morning. I-65 at 465, a slide off earlier, still has traffic slow and go. And our newest incident is going to be the right lane blocked of I-65, the area here just before 865. That's in your northwest corner. That is our newest problem besides that one on the south side. We also still have an issue for those of you traveling westbound on I-70. That is going to cause things to be slow because we've had not only an accident there just beyond Shadeland, but a slide off a little bit further down here at Emerson Avenue. So be aware of these problems as you make your way in. Let's take a look at a live picture for you Fishers commuters. Congestion everywhere. The weather has a big role in this. You can see already white on the ground as that snow continues to fall. We'll keep our eye on it and update your traffic again in 8 minutes or less. Here with traffic and weather together, Randy Ollis.
Hey, thank you there, Julie. Boy, I tell you, mixed bag of weather going on across central Indiana. Let's go to Forecast 8 Viper snow machine and the dividing line between rain and snow right through Marion County. The north side, some snow coming down. Even though that process is changing over to snow from north to south here as the morning does go on by. The airport now reporting all snow, and areas north of the city here could see a quick inch to 2 inches of snow, and that is a heavy, slushy, wet snow. Let's go to the computer. We'll show you the wave moving on through. There it is, where you see the magenta. That is a combination of snow, sleet, and rain. The blue is snow. The green is rain coming down. And snowfall totals, we've already had a couple reports of about an inch to an inch and a half of snow. I think here in the city, ½ inch to an inch of snow in Marion County. But you get just north of the city, places like Crawfordsville, perhaps Noblesville, Muncie area, Kokomo, could see as much as 2 inches of wet snow. The farther south you go, only a dusting. We'll tell you how long the snow will continue here at Dave and Joy in just a few minutes.
Randy, thank you. It's 7:27, and Indianapolis police continue their investigation into a possible triple murder. Investigators say they have found human remains inside an East Side home.
News 8's Jean Rodriguez has been there live all morning long on Linwood Avenue, and she joins us with the very latest. Jean?
Good morning, Dave and Joy. Yes, here we are at the East Side home. A routine traffic stop led police to this home. That traffic stop occurred in Missouri, and the two people that were stopped are now in custody in Missouri. To tell us a little bit more about the investigation, Lieutenant Paul Ciselski with the Indianapolis Police Department. What can you tell us about what was found overnight and what police are doing now?
Well, they were actually digging for about an hour and 15 minutes last night when they came across something, and the goal was always to, if they had found something, to stop digging and return today, which we are right now at 7 o'clock. We're waiting on the team to get here. I can't confirm exactly what has been found yet, but they're going to keep digging and find everything that might be under that concrete.
Can you describe what was found in the concrete? I know you can't tell us exactly what it is, but... I
really can't right now. This case is really so sensitive, and trying to get this information as quickly as we can so that we can file charges against these people if in fact they are the victims under the concrete.
Let's talk about those two people in Missouri right now, Carrie Allen, Kenneth Allen Jr. What can you tell us about what they told police in Missouri and what's next for them?
Well, right now they're being held on theft charges. They are not under arrest for these homicides yet until we confirm that, in fact, we have a homicide here, which we hope to confirm here this morning and then get those charges filed right away.
Are you questioning any of the folks here that may have known something or known the family? I know that it's 3 people that are now missing, the mother and the grandparents, right?
Well, homicide investigators have been doing that all night. I mean, we've gone door to door. We're trying to contact any other family, anybody that can give us any information that would help us in this incident.
So far, can you tell us anything about those?
Really, no. Again, you know, we're trying. It was really time sensitive. We want to get this done as quickly as possible. If in fact these are people under this concrete, so that we can file these charges before anything else happens to the people there in St. Louis, like the release from jail. So we want to make sure that we can get this done first.
Okay. Thank you so much, Lieutenant Paul Ciselski, joining us this morning with Indianapolis Police Department. Again, police remain on the scene at this hour. In fact, we've seen some of the detectives arriving, as well as a concrete company. And if we can pan over, maybe we can see the truck over my shoulder here, a concrete cutting company behind me, and then as you can see, the home is cordoned off at this hour. The investigation continues and will continue throughout the morning. For now, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks very much. Jean Rodriguez with the latest.
And neighbors in both Indianapolis and Noblesville are shocked that such a vicious crime could happen so close.
It's just sad. What do you think of this? I think it's terrible.
It was scary because I have 3 little kids, and like I said, I just moved in, and this stuff doesn't happen here in Noblesville. I mean, I've lived here all my life, 32 years almost, and I mean, it's happened a few times, but not right next door to me.
She's just really nice and really sweet. I can't believe that she's gone.
We will have much more on the investigation later on Daybreak, as well as throughout the day on 24-Hour News 8.
It's 7:30, and many people who work in radio and television have distinct voices.
This morning, Dick Wolfsey's segment features a voice that many of us will recognize.
There's a story behind the 7th best-selling album in the nation this week.
It may be the most recognizable voice in all of radio.
And the reality became grander than his dream.
And for baby boomers like Pete Battistini, it was more than just a hit with him. It was off the charts.
They became celebrities in their hometown of Gary.
When the countdown is on, you hear Casey's voice. He has developed it to a point where he becomes a master storyteller.
The Jackson 5.
Able to pause in the right places and just emphasize in the right way, and it just, you can't turn it off when he's telling a story.
Casey Kasem has been on the radio for more than 35 years. But does anyone have a record of it?
I've got every show here in chronological order leading up till sometime in 1989 when they discontinued distributing the program on records.
Pete Battistini has every record. The original show began on reel-to-reel tapes, each one sent to participating stations, but that was cumbersome and expensive.
They found that these were even cheaper, and the stations didn't have to send these back. They were able to keep them, and they could do whatever they want with them, and that's, where I came in.
Pete believes his collection is unique in the world, so when producers wanted to do a retrospective of the 80s,
Casey called me and asked me if he could borrow copies of my shows because he didn't have access to them. They couldn't find them.
This song debuted 8 weeks ago at number 38.
Pete's collection was not always complete, so his wife Ann stepped in.
She called the source himself, Casey Kasem, and asked, she told Casey, said, he's got every show except one. Do you have this particular show? He said, let me check. If I have it, I'll send it to you.
Isn't that great?
And lo and behold, so this is actually a show from his collection.
Casey's Coast to Coast.
For Pete Battistini, listening to Casey Kasem is a walk down melody lane. We all thank Casey for enriching our lives just as he often thanked us.
Heard coast to coast and around the world on great radio stations like KUDL, Kansas City, WIFE, Indianapolis.
I'm Dick Wolfsey for 24 Hour News 8.
Here's the book, and you can buy it, Dick says, at Amazon.com. American Top 40.
There you have it.
It's getting cold again outside. You might find some warmth from a space heater.
After 8, the early show compares different heaters, and they also talk safety.
And weather-wise here, a real mess across the area this morning. Check out forecast day storm tracker radar. And that changeover to rain and sleet to snow is taking place across Marion County right now. The airport, all snow. We'll tell you how much snow may fall and also how cold it's going to get, too. All that's up next.
So, I'm on that roasted chicken Italiano diet. I just started the turkey noodle diet.
This chicken and wild rice diet.
It's amazing.
Beef and mushroom diet. You've got to try it.
You won't believe what you can eat while still watching your calories. Because 25 of your favorite Progresso soups are 100 calories or less per serving.
Oh, roasted garlic chicken with vegetables and penne? Oh, it shows.
Counting calories? Count on Progresso.
I'll never forget Stacy. Nursing student by day, waitress by night. Not a lot left after tuition, rent, and food. It's estimated that people overpaid their taxes by nearly $1 billion. I didn't want Stacy to be one of them. I got her the maximum refund. We put half in an IRA, and the other half, I'm sure she spent it on school supplies.
Get the maximum refund you're entitled to, or your return is free. Come into H&R Block today and get every advantage you deserve.
Hey man! Want twice the fun? Get coastal with 2 seafood favorites at Long John Silver's.
Gotta get away from here.
Introducing our fish and shrimp treasures combo. Plump butterfly shrimp, tender, flaky fish tossed together with fries, hush puppies, and a cold drink. Just $4.49. Want the best of both worlds? Get coastal at Long John Silver's.
$185. Now just $185 a month. That's all it takes to own a new Kia Optima during the Ray Skillman Discount Kia Tax Sale. That's $185 to own Optima at the Ray Skillman Discount Kia Tax Sale. Yes, only $185 a month. $239. Now just $239 a month. That's all it takes to drive a new 2005 Kia Sedona during the Ray Skillman Discount Kia Tax Sale. That's $239 a month to drive a new Kia Sedona at the Ray Skillman Discount Kia Tax Sale. Yes, only $239 a month.
Forecast 8's Angela Buckman, only on Wish TV.
It is 7:35. Good morning. This weather is definitely wreaking havoc on our roadways. Your rush hour is going to be slow and go pretty much from any side of town that you're traveling. We've got snowfall. It started on our north side and it continues all across our city today. I want to show you where the problem areas are. Eastbound 465 just after Meridian Street. We've had an accident there. We've got a left lane blockage there as well. Again, that's just on 465, the eastbound lanes at 460 or at Meridian Street. We also want to let you know we have another issue. It's going to be here in the northwest corner, and it's going to be on your right lane blocked northbound 65 just before 865. So again, we're going to have a problem here in the northwest corner. Let's take a look in Perry Township, where we have an accident working southbound Harding at Thompson. Of course, you know Harding is what 37 turns into when you get south of 465. So the accident area right here, Thompson and Harding. We're going to have slow traffic in that area as well this morning. Also want to let you know on the west side that at 10th and High School we have an accident. And one other issue to deal with for those of you coming in from the east side. We've got slow and go traffic on 465 because of an incident that we had right here just beyond Emerson Avenue. We'll keep our eye on it for you, and we'll let you know when things change in 8 minutes or less. Here with traffic and weather together, Randy Ollis.
Thank you there, Julie. Weather-wise here, that changeover to snow is taking place right across Marion County. Now, the airport has gone over to all snow. Notice, too, here, gang, that just west of the city, the snow is kind of breaking up. So you see a brief burst out there, and it should be about it. Again, that rain-snow line sagging southward here across Marion County. And we've had a couple reports. The Atlanta area, about 1.5 inches of snow out around Marshall, 1.5 inches of snow. So if you are watching north of the city here altogether, you'll probably have about 1 inch and a half to maybe 2 inches of slushy, wet snow. And right here across the city, probably 1 inch or so of snow or less here in most spots. So just kind of slow down and take it easy here. Some slush on the roadways. Blue is snow. The magenta color, that's a mixture, and that is rain on down to south. Again, as cold air does kind of push on through the entire region, we'll see that change over to some light, wet snow. Right now, 31 downtown. Noblesville, 30 Muncie with snow. Kokomo, 27. Bloomington, still 38, 37 degrees. That comes in from the Columbus area. And this is forecast day futurecast here. By 9 o'clock this morning, that rain-snow mixture heading even further down to our south. And again, this is going to break up here to just some light snow and flurries. Here it is by noontime today. This afternoon, cloudy, cold, some flurries, some snow showers around, and we'll keep that chance of flurries in the forecast here right on through tonight into early tomorrow morning as well. Morning drive here, heading off to work or school. Again, a mixed bag here, changing over to all snow even as we're speaking. Temperature around 32. By noontime, light snow, temperature 31. And for the afternoon rush hour back home here, some flurries. It will be cold. The temperature right around 31 degrees. By the way, sunset at 6:14 this evening. Forecast day futurecast here. A little trough comes down tonight. Again, we'll keep in there a chance of flurries and snow showers going. I think in the accumulation here tonight, a dusting, maybe a ½ inch, and that should be about it. But again, we'll drop down below freezing. So there may be some slick spots on the roadways here tonight, right on through early tomorrow as well. And snowfall totals all together from a little snowstorm here, 1 to 2 inches north of the city, right through Marion County. Anywhere from a dusting to maybe 1 inch of snow. And if you are watching down to the south here, only a dusting. That should be about it. The evening forecast, 5 o'clock, flurries, temperature 31. By 10 o'clock tonight, still some flurries around, and the temperature down around 30 degrees. Tomorrow, things will improve. I think tomorrow morning, the trough moves by, some clouds, some morning flurries. We should see perhaps a little sunshine here by late tomorrow afternoon. And this high pressure builds down. That should bring us some sunshine and nice weather on Friday. Cold tomorrow. Tomorrow's high near 30, 38 for a high during the day on Friday, and then back into the 40s this weekend. Pretty good chance of rain coming in Sunday into early Monday.
Quite a day, Rand.
Yeah, again, nothing major. It is going to kind of break up here as the day goes by.
Well, if you like hockey, you have the opportunity to enjoy a game while benefiting a good cause.
Next, what the Indiana Ice are doing and how it will benefit Indianapolis.
I'm Wish TV's Eric Halverson. I traveled to Sri Lanka to see how your donations are helping tsunami victims. But when I got there, I discovered this devastation is only a small part of a much larger crisis.
Our customers are people, if we don't deliver the product, they'll die.
The people we traveled with are on the front lines of a battle that takes 25,000 lives every single day. I'll show you how their organization helps and why their ultimate goal is to put themselves out of business. Tonight at 6 on 24-Hour News 8.
At Tomwood Lexus, it's our pre-tax savings event. Help reduce our inventory tax, and we'll pass the savings on to you. Drive the loaded ES330 sedan for just $339 a month, or drive anywhere in comfort in the RX330 SUV. Only $389 a month, and only at Tomwood Lexus can you find the ultimate luxury utility vehicle, the GX470, for $499 a month. Save thousands at our pre-tax savings event.
Today through Saturday, only at Tomwood Lexus.
Winter wow at Sofa Express with 36 months free financing. That's 3 years, 0% interest. 1,095 days without a penny of interest. 26,280 hours. Okay, you get the idea. Factory direct savings throughout the store and 36 months free financing. Wow, winter wow, only at Sofa Express. Here today, home tomorrow.
Getting more of what I want is always good.
Now through Saturday at Sears Optical, get 2 pairs of eyeglasses for $98. Scratch-resistant plastic lenses, even line bifocals or trifocals, and hundreds of frames, including designer styles.
I can get a pair like this, and one like this, or this.
Definitely this. Or this.
Come to Sears Optical right now and get 2 pairs for $98.
A lot more for a lot less.
Sears, good life, great price.
Right now, during Dodge Truck Days, we've got the power. From off-the-line power to power off the road to the available Cummins Turbo Diesel of Dodge Ram 2500 with best-in-class torque and big-time towing. Even Ram 1500 is the most powerful truck in its class with 345 horses of available Hemi power. So hurry to your Dodge dealer before the power runs out on Truck Days. During Truck Days, get 0% financing plus great package discounts plus February bonus cash for total savings up to $9,000.
It is 7:42. Good morning. Rush hour. Very sticky this morning. Allow yourself some extra time and take an extra dose of patience with you today. One of our newest accident areas is here at Harding and Thompson Road. We have a problem, a collision there. Still working to get that cleaned up. One of our latest is at 10th and High School. We have an accident there on Indy's west side. In Pike Township, actually the northwest corner, we have some issues. Eastbound 465 after Meridian, we've got a left lane blocked here. We also want to let you know that northbound 65 just before 865, we have another accident working. In Warren Township, we've got a slide off and a separate issue at Shadeland and Emerson Avenue. Slow going traffic on I-70 into the downtown area. Just to give you a picture of how things are moving from the Fishers area, why don't we look at the southbound traffic? Those taillights tell the tale. Look at that stacked impact southbound towards that 465 merge. Again, be patient, leave early, and good luck on your way into work this morning. We'll check your traffic again a little bit later in the hour. Dave?
All right, thanks, Julie. 7:43 right now, and the weather just depends where you're located right now as to what you're going to be getting. But Randy says it's passing us by, so he'll update us in just a little bit. For the 11th consecutive year, the Indiana Ice looking to benefit the people of Greater Indianapolis by packing the house for charity. Here to explain how you can participate and who benefits is Rob Lauer. And Rob, first off, tell us, what is Pack the House Night?
Well, Pack the House Night is really our gala night of the year with the Indiana Ice. It's our year, it's our event of the year to try and get as many possible people into Conseco Fieldhouse, obviously, as we can. To not only benefit the people of Central Indiana, but obviously gain exposure to the sport of hockey. It's not the first sport that most people in Indiana know, so we try and do two things at once, and that's help people and also help expose the sport of hockey to Indiana.
And some of the proceeds then go to charity, is that right?
Absolutely. We work with a number of charitable groups this year, the United Mitochondrial Disease Foundation, Indiana Support Group Chapter, the Muscular Dystrophy Family Foundations, another of our benefit groups this year, as well as the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign and St. Vincent Children's Hospital. And a special part of the St. Vincent Children's Hospital involvement in Pack the House Night is that we have a contest, and the kids in the hospital are encouraged to turn in their jersey designs for the team to wear that night. And this year, the winning design came from a young lady named Abby Beckman, who designed the jersey we have here for you, Dave. And the team will be wearing these on Pack the House Night. We will then auction off the game-worn jerseys, and all of those proceeds will go to St. Vincent Children's Hospital.
Oh, that's terrific. And we showed Abby when she won. And here's the information for you. And tell us again, how can people participate?
Very simply, people can participate by purchasing tickets for Pack the House Night. If they have questions about tickets, they can call 925-4423, or they can also get them at any Ticketmaster location. And one other quick thing I'd like to add is we'll also be helping with tsunami relief. The World Food Program will be at the game, and they'll be collecting donations to help aid in that effort.
Terrific. Thanks, Rob Lauer. We'll be right back after this.
For tax reasons, the Indianapolis Subaru dealers must liquidate every vehicle possible before the end of February. So every new Subaru has been marked down to the lowest price of the year. Every all-wheel drive Outback, Legacy, Impreza, and Forester is dramatically reduced. After February 28th, the Subaru dealers must pay taxes on their remaining inventory. They'd rather pass the savings on to you than pay the inventory tax. But this is your last chance for huge once-a-year savings. Now through the end of February, and only at Speedway Subaru and Tom Wood Subaru. Or visit Subaru.com.
I want that tax money.
It's from Royal Spa, built to handle what life hands you.
Tomorrow, did you know you can live well and retire on less than you think? Watch what happens when our financial expert tackles the real costs. You may be shocked at what he shows you. More people are watching The Early Show.
Don't just cover up. Get the makeup that softens little lines. Visible Lift by L'Oreal. It's pro retinol A and a makeup. So as it covers those little laugh lines, it really helps them disappear.
And now for firmer skin, look for new Visible Lift firming makeup with Extensium.
Uncomfortable around fish? Try Mrs. Paul's. Select whole fillets perfectly prepared. Mrs. Paul's. Get comfortable with fish.
Are you a little chicken to color your hair?
If I start, am I stuck?
Don't get stuck. Get Natural Instincts. No telltale roots. No problem. Your color's dazzling, and your hair is even healthier looking than before you colored it. Natural Instincts has 0% ammonia, 100% pure aloe, chamomile, and ginseng. Less worry, less roots,
more reward.
Natural Instincts from Clairol. Less risk, more color wonderful.
I'm Chili Palmer, and I'm here to tell you about a competition. And I think you'll find it interesting. It's about fast cars and fast movies. I need a 5-second movie from you. Yeah, 5 seconds. You win this competition, and you get a Cadillac.
That was a Cadillac.
Ah, so you have your attention now. Be cool, but be quick. That's the best way. So, you got a title for your movie yet?
Tonight on a new CSI New York, their next case.
Maybe it's some kind of escape artist.
Will be a 3-ring circus, literally. It's the Big Top in the Big Apple like you've never seen it before.
This one's a real tough guy.
We handle things internally.
So do we.
A new CSI New York, CBS Tonight.
The Early Show continues now from the General Motors building in New York City.
All week, our Heart Score series is looking at the latest in the treatment and prevention of heart disease. It's no secret that cholesterol plays a key role in heart health, but now a new study finds that simple diet changes can greatly improve your cholesterol levels. Our Dr. Emily Sine has details. Good morning, Em.
Good morning.
All right, what exactly is new in the study? Because it's not a headline that what we eat affects our heart and our cholesterol,
Absolutely,
right?
of course, you're right about that. Well, what's unique about this particular study, which was published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, is that they compared people on a very specific diet and the same people when they took a statin drug, and they found that they could reduce their cholesterol as much on the diet as they could on the statin drug. But this was a very specific diet. It included a lot of vegetables, a lot of fiber, and very specific foods like almonds, soy products, and plant sterols, which are those compounds that are put into products like Benecol, which is a butter-type spread, or Take Control, that are known to reduce cholesterol. So it was a very specific diet. But the headline is that it was capable of reducing it as much as a statin drug. I do need to say that this was a study funded by the makers of many of these products. Nevertheless, we know that individually these things do help cholesterol.
So ideally, this could replace a statin drug and then have no side effects because it's just changing your diet, right?
Well, it's interesting. For people who have problems taking statin drugs, and there are people who do, even though generally these are very safe medications to take, this could be a great option. But the message is not really either or. People who are taking statin drugs also need to be watching what they eat, which I know sometimes that message gets lost. People think if they're taking a statin drug, hey,
it's a free ride.
Yeah,
they can
exactly.
Eat, but it's
burger, statin drug, but it doesn't really work that way. You have to watch your diet no matter what medication you're on.
Remind us what our goal should be. Where should our cholesterol levels be at? What's the range?
Sure. This is important because it's not only knowing what your total cholesterol is. That's an important number to know, and obviously the desirable is 200. I think a lot of people know that. When you get above 200, you're borderline. If you're above 240, you're high. You need to know a lot more than that. You need to know what your LDL is. Your LDL is also known as the bad cholesterol. This is a number that you want to get low. Optimal is below 100. A lot of people think that's very aggressive. People who have no other risk factors are certainly probably okay at 130 or below. But again, you want to get that
low. You want to make sure that that is as low as can be, because that's what's linked to heart disease. HDL is the good cholesterol. You want as much of that as you can have. For men, that means at least above 40. For women, that means at least above 50. And as high as you can get it is really the goal.
Real quick, is it possible to have a level that's too low?
Well, clinically, yes, it is. There are certain disease conditions that can make your cholesterol be lower than, say, 160 is where you might want to be concerned about that. But for most Americans, that's not our worry. The worry is really a cholesterol that's too high.
Good advice, Dr. Emily Sine. Thanks. Coming up, we have a supersized check for the winners of the amazing race. We'll be right back.
Come on, baby. Take your time. Don't break your...
This Heart Score segment sponsored by Quaker Oatmeal. Something to smile about.
Sister, I would encourage her to eat a bowl of Quaker oatmeal for 30 days. It helped lower my cholesterol. 24 points.
First thing I do will eat Quaker oatmeal.
And I'll hold you to that.
Well, you know me.
I do. That's why I check every day.
It's the Kmart Fall in Love sale. Find jewelry starting at just $19.99, plus other great gifts. Only at Kmart and Kmart.com.
When I started volunteering in the community, it was just me. But I could only do so much. That's when I had the idea to clone myself.
Hey, Betty, that do it for you?
With hundreds of pings, I can do anything. From helping people with their taxes...
Are you two brothers?
No, clones. To promoting driver safety, to mentoring young people. I mean, my wife gets a little confused sometimes.
Morning, Sleepy-Doo.
But it's definitely made the community a better place.
What's the matter, Sleepy-Doo?
If one person could do it alone, the world wouldn't need AARP. Join us today.
Single women who want to be married, pay attention. We're going to show you how to close the deal. That's what it's called.
Serving breakfast in bed. Yeah, we got tips for that, too. Coming up.
The Early Show is always on CBSNews.com. Brought to you in part by Walmart. Working together with local suppliers to bring your community local goods, job opportunities, and low prices.
Beauty is ageless. My secret?
Age Perfect Double Action. It's more than just a moisturizer. 1 with Elastium De-Crinkle Skin Surface. 2 with Pure Vitamin C Illuminates Skin.
Smoother and decrinkled.
Age Perfect Double Action Treatment from L'Oreal Paris.
If you use Imitrex, here's a special offer just for you. Save up to $60 on 6 refills of prescription Imitrex just by calling 1-800-IMITREX or visiting our website at imitrex.com. Don't wait to save. Call or visit today.
Would it kill you to change the role?
Oh. Hey, look, I just booked our Vegas trip on Expedia.
Create your next trip on Expedia with extra savings when you book your flight and hotel together and the most travel options anywhere.
Expedia.com. Tonight on an all-new Late Show, Dave welcomes David Hyde Pierce. Tomorrow, it's the one and only Billy Crystal. And Friday, don't miss Paris Hilton.
7:55, good morning, and depending on which side of town you'll be driving, that's what the weather conditions are, and they are ever changing. In fact, on the south side, we've got some rain mixed with snow. Up on the north side, it is just snow, and it is wreaking havoc on our roadways. Our latest problem is going to be here on Brookville Road just before I-465. Now, we're going to have slow and go traffic on Brookville as you try to hop on 465. A continuing problem here on 70 just beyond Emerson Avenue with slow traffic on I-70 headed westbound. We have a backup all the way from 465 where that merges. Let's take a look in the northeast corner. We have another problem, the same place we had it earlier. It's at 238 and I-69. 238 and 69, both directions are slow and go, particularly your interstate system. Let's also take a look where you have a brand new issue, southbound 65 at the split. Right there in the north split, we have another issue, another accident. Be careful, take some patience, and do keep it safe this morning during your traveling. We'll check your traffic again a little bit later. Joy?
Thanks, Julie. It's 7:56 right now, 32 degrees on this Wednesday, February 9th. And more on a story you heard first on News 8. Police are waiting for forensics teams to arrive on the scene of a murder investigation on the east side of Indianapolis. Police confirm something was found in the house on Linwood Avenue early this morning, but they're not saying what was found. They believe 3 bodies may be buried in the basement. Carrie Allen told Missouri police Tuesday she and her brother Ken killed their mother and 2 grandparents. They're now in police custody. Stay with 24-hour News 8 today for more on this developing story.
Also new this morning, Indianapolis police are investigating a shooting on the city's west side. Police officers found 33-year-old Ricky Ayers lying on the curb of the 1900 block of North Medford shortly after 1 a.m. Police say he was shot in the chest. Medics rushed Ayers to Wishart in critical condition. As of this morning, police have no suspect nor motive. Randy's back with the very latest on a messy morning of weather.
Absolutely. First, here's what's ahead on the early show.
Coming up on the early show, the Amazing Race winners get their $1 million prize.
And do you know how to find the man of your dreams? Advice to help you go from single miss to wedded bliss coming up on the early show.